We already are getting comments from Saudi oil minister about, why should they cut? They don't need to cut. They're fine at $73 a barrel, right?
Well, yeah, the Saudis have been pretty clear that, lately everyone's been looking to them to cut unilaterally to balance the market, and, they're not feeling it anymore. They're sick of being the only grown-up in the room. They don't think that they should have to give up their market share to help everyone else when they're fine withstanding lower prices. So now today the oil minister is saying the market can take care of itself. What isn't clear is at what price and how exactly is that going to happen? Is that going to be from lower prices stimulating demand? Is that going to be from lower prices slowing down the growth of U.S. production? There's some unanswered questions there.
There's a great story on the terminal today on the Bloomberg website as well, actually, Bloomberg.com, about 1986, the last time there was kind of a I'm not saying there is now, but the last time there was a price war between basically U.S. producers and Saudi producers, OPEC producers, they didn't have to stand down over there. U.S. producers did, and that led to a real decline in production. Is that kind of thing possible again? I mean, could we see a price war?
Well, some OPEC members are calling it a price war, so I think you can call it a price war. And, looking back at the 80s, it did kind of crater the U.S. industry, but it was sort of a Pyrrhic victory. I mean, the Saudis ran years of budget deficits, and they really lost control of the market there for a little while. So I think they probably kind of look back at that experience and were burned by it a little bit. And so they know that cutting by themselves, they don't necessarily have the ability to bring the price up by themselves, and that's why they seem to want a commitment from other members to cut as well if there's going to be a cut.
And obviously they have trouble keeping control. I mean, they're not a very good whip, are they, as far as cutting or keeping quotas?
OPEC is not, especially lately, has not hung together very well, and they've been exceeding their quotas. And that's why, OPEC is walking a tight line here, because even if they announce a small cut, might not be enough to bring the prices back up. And if they announce a big cut, the market might not see that as credible and won't expect them to actually stick to it.
All right, Isaac, thanks so much for joining us from Washington. Isaac Arnsdorf there, he covers the markets for us.